Alright, y'all, I'm back like I ain't never left. So, I got another school story for you guys, right? Let me see. School started around August, September, so about 3 months ago. Um, this is definitely still relevant, right? So this story is not really, it's not really that fun. It's not really that funny, but it's definitely going to be informative. And good news is there's a good ending at the end. Um, so at some point when I was in 7th grade, I actually almost got held back. Now, I know after I said that, I know some of y'all probably gonna try to, look for reasons like, oh, I can see how that could happen. No. What they call it, smooth brain or whatever. It was never that. It was just, I just wasn't doing my work. Okay, it's as simple as that. I was the goof troop. I'd rather goof off in class. Still to this day, don't have no regrets about that. I mean, that was me. That was me. I wasn't a bad kid, but the best way I could put it, I was Ben. Like if you've ever seen like these comparisons are they make sense to me, but I don't know if they'll make sense to y'all. But I like to see myself as Ben. Like I was Ben Tennyson when I was in school. He was the guy that wasn't bad in school. Like you barely even got to see when he was in school, but the times when you did, he was always doing what? Goofing off. When in the first series, when you saw him in class, he threw a paper airplane at the teacher while she was writing something on the board, and he threw it right at her back.
Come on. And I just want to remind you all that I will be teaching summer school this year, and it's not too late to sign up.
Yeah, right. Yes! Out of here!
Everyone, have a good vacation, and I hope to see you all again in the fall. Benjamin, could I have a word with you before you go?
That was me. That was me. It was on the line of like goofing and troublemaker, but I was never like a bad kid, if that makes sense. That was me. And that was me all the way up into high school. But 7th grade, yeah, I almost got held back, man. And I still remember the guy that told me. And and keep in mind, I just want people to try to give me some grace here because I was a little kid. Like little kids don't want to do shit but just have fun, play the game, go outside. Like we're not really worried about, unless a whole bunch of adults tell us that school is important, we're not gonna really take that stuff serious because the grades before that was not even really, it wasn't even really like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that serious. Like you know what I'm saying? School started to get serious after 6th grade, like 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. That's when school started to get quote unquote serious. That's when time starts to slow down for kids. Cause I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't remember nothing after, like anything before 5th grade. I do not remember. So that just shows you all we was doing was having fun. Okay. So, but yeah, I appreciate that guy. Coming to me and pulling me to the side, and I can't remember what his name was, man. I really wish I remembered. I really wish I could remember what his name was, but I can't. But I remember what he looked like. I used to joke around a little bit because he kind of reminded me of a leprechaun, but like a big leprechaun. And he wore glasses. And again, I'm not making fun of him. It was just like it was just something funny because he really did remind me of a leprechaun, you know. And still to this day, and by the way, I actually ran into him at my workplace one time. I said hi to him, and I meant to tell him, man. I meant to tell him thank you. I really do, sincerely. Um, I really wish I told him thank you. I meant to tell him that, man, because ever since that day, I haven't seen him since then. Um, but he was the one that pulled me to the side. He took me into his office, and he was like, "All right, listen. I don't know if anybody's told you this, but you're on the verge of repeating the seventh grade." And I couldn't believe what he was telling me. I couldn't believe it, man. I was so shocked, man. I was so shocked. I was like, man, how the heck did this happen? Like, how did I let this happen? And and by the way, just to give a good time frame of it, this wasn't at the beginning of the year. This was towards the end of the year. This was around March. I want to say the beginning of April, like the ending of March going into April. So around that time, it's only like 2 months left of school, right? And that's when he decided to pull me to the side and tell me that. Um, and yeah, man, he was office. He told me, and from then on, I just had a shock in my body that did not leave until the summer. And from then on, and by the way, nobody else came to me and told me that I was gonna repeat, that grade, man. That's why I keep saying, like, I really appreciate that dude, man. I really do, because he was the only one that pulled me to the side and said, "Hey, dude, you're about to repeat the seventh grade, bro. Like, you got to get it together." And I knew for a fact that all those teachers I had that year, I knew for a fact that they were expecting me to be in that same grade the next year. That's what they was expecting because school was about to be out. Well, guess what? It wasn't over yet. Oh no. Oh no, I don't give up. And I didn't give up. From then on, from then on, I did all my work. Guys, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The level of focus that I had at that young age, man, I could have achieved anything. I really wish you guys saw me. And by the way, I don't to this day, I don't even think my own mom knew that I was in jeopardy of repeating the seventh grade again. But I just want to really paint the picture for you guys because I'm getting all this information as like a fucking what 11, 10, 11, 12, 13-year old. You did what I'm saying? Well, not 10, but 13, 14, 12, 13, 14, 15, in seventh grade around that time. And I had laser focus. When I say laser focus, I mean laser focus from then all the way until the last day of school. I did all my work, all of it, all of it. And I aced everything. I did everything I could to make sure I do not repeat the seventh grade. Real talk. The pressure was on, okay? Because I knew they all expected me to be back in that same period. I knew they did. I know it for a fact. Even to this day, I know they expected me to come back, right? And I'm gonna be honest, man. Even right now, I'm trying to think of, what happened next. But truthfully, I really don't know. Guys, when I tell you, man, I had Super Saiyan Black, bro. I went Super Saiyan, dude. I don't remember shit. I literally do not remember nothing. Bro, I'm telling you, man, I do not remember nothing up until the last few weeks of school. All I remember was just being focused, man. I was focused. I did not care about no other distractions. I didn't let nothing distract me at all. And fast forward, we was towards the end of the school year. You know what I'm saying? So we was almost there. And around that time, my grades was looking really good. So just this picture that, right? This picture the fucking, the relief on my body, man. Like real talk, like this, man. I never felt that much pressure ever in my life, man. And but it wasn't over. It wasn't over though. It was not over. And I remember I don't know if you guys know about this website called Miniclip, miniclip.com, where back then, I don't know how it is now, but back then they had like a lot of cool games and stuff like that. And a lot of the games they weren't made by Miniclip, they were made by the people they were made by other people, like third party. You know what I'm saying? So you can imagine like the games was just wild and they were fun. You feel me? They're like it was like Newgrounds. I remember being on my mom's computer, and I remember at the same time I started playing this song from Kick-Ass. It was a song from Kick-Ass. Like it had no lyrics or anything. It was just an instrumental. And when I played that song, I just kept thinking in my head, damn, it's almost over. We almost there. We almost there. I'll link the song in the description, because literally like that song right there, every time I play that song, man, unfortunately, like it's in my head, man. It's like every time I listen to that song, that's what I think about. Because in that moment, that's what I was thinking about that whole time. You know what I'm saying? Because like, all right, so let me go back a little bit just to give more of a better timeline, right? We was towards the end. It was like mid-April going into May, and I just blacked out. All the way up until that point, I blacked out. And we was almost there, man. The finish line was right there, and I could see it. It was right there. It was right in view. And long story short, I passed. I passed, man, with dedication, hard work, and Super Saiyan. I mean, there's no way else to put it. I went Super Saiyan, man. And I mentioned in my other video that Kick-Ass is one of my favorite movies. And, that song, when I play that song, dude, I think about that time period every time, man. Like, wow. Ooh, we really did it. And let me tell you guys, bro, when that summer came, the relief that I had, dude, oh my God. The residue is still on me, bro. The relief I had, like you guys gotta picture that. Just imagine, bro, they told you were about to fail the 7th grade. They thought your ass was gonna be back there, bro. Let's keep it real. They thought you was about to be back there again. They thought you was about to be back there again. And guess what you did? Blacked out. Super Saiyan all the way up until that point. The relief I had that summer, dude, legendary, man. It was legendary. But this is a learning experience, because this is also the reason why I wanted to make this video. Learn from my mistake. Definitely take school serious. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait till the last minute to don't wait till the last minute to start doing your work. Because I got fortunate. Somebody came to me, and they came to me at a good time frame. It was kind of crunch time. It was clutch time. You know what I'm saying? Like if I did what I had to do, I'd be good. But most people, I think they would have gave up. like let's keep it real, that they would have been ready to go and pull back up the next year in the same classroom, because it was only like less than 2 months left of school. You know what I'm saying? But I did it. I studied hard and I did it, man. You know, but that's what I would tell everybody who's in that situation, because I know for a fact there's always somebody on YouTube. Because listen, I actually was one of those people. Like even after the fact, I looked up on YouTube, I failed such and such grade. Like I failed the 6th grade, I failed the 7th grade. So I already know that there's people on YouTube who really be looking up videos just like this. And I want to let y'all know, man, hopefully you have enough time to get your work done. And the best advice I can give you, black out. That's the best advice I can give you. You gotta black out. You have to. Yeah, and you have to turn off all distractions. All distractions. If you have any distractions you got going on, dead it in the water. Okay? And black out. From here all the way until you guys get out for summer. Black out. Concentrate. Study. Get that work done. If they got any extra work, ask for it. You know, and I managed to do it without it. You know, that just makes it even more legendary, because I never even asked for extra work or extra credit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure they wasn't giving it out. But there you have it. You know, if you're in this situation, hopefully you have enough time to get your work done and, you know, get to the next grade. Because I'm telling you, like, bro, if you succeed, the relief that you're going to feel is fucking legendary. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of you know, advice I would give people. You know, definitely take your work seriously. You know, don't ever get in a situation like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never want to be in a situation like that. Like I said, you know, I consider myself a decently intelligent guy. You know, I might stutter a little bit, but you know, I'm not dumb out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can definitely hold conversations. I can, you know, so that's for the people who they might be like, yeah, he was about to fail. He don't be doing his work. He's a dummy. Like, nah, I could have did my work. I just would rather goof off. I mean, you know, so we can dead that narrative in the water. You know, like I said earlier, I was Ben 10. Like, I would rather go outside and play outside on recess and play Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh. I think I just found out. Hey, Alex, why you hitting yourself? Why you hitting yourself? Why you hitting yourself?
I'd rather go do that than do work. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's my advice. This goes out to the people who need to see it. You know, but that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's another school story I have for you. But yeah, man, I mean, that whole thing was crazy, man. I'm telling you, like, I can't stress it enough. Like, that summer was probably one of my favorites. Like, that summer was one of my favorites, man. That type of, I mean, dude, the relief I had, man. I mean, can you imagine that? Like, there was barely 2 months left of school. Like, barely 2 months left of school, man. You know, and I would have been devastated, man, if I had to get held back. Like, fuck no. But I did it, man. I did it. That summer was legendary, man. But yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm out.
Major funding for
RZ.
provided by the National Science Foundation, America's investment in the future. Additional funding is provided by the Arthur Vining Davis Foundation, the Kettering Family Foundation, the Volkhausen family, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by contributions to your PBS stations from viewers like you. Thank you.